Hello, this is Outwit ME back with Rogue Trader. I just realized one of the new Windows updates added its own noise canceling to the microphone. So we're going to try this through Windows instead of an NVIDIA broadcast. I've definitely noticed that I get some of my words cut off in the videos. So we'll see if this works better than the AI variant. No clue what Microsoft's doing, but it seemed good on a short test, so this is the long test. Okay. What was I doing? All I remembered was that I wanted to check the journal when I loaded it. Side quest. Okay. This is main quest. That's complete. Yeah, companion quest, main quest, side things. That makes sense. What's the whole thing? That the Inquisitor wants us to go get one of their interrogators? I'm assuming the Inquisitor himself just sent a letter to go find this guy. He's probably not here as well. So there's 3 places to land. Yeah, this is the prison planet's different than the regular planet. And what are these errands? Just the various lack of crew problems. And this guy is either a threat or a powerful ally. The Lord Inquisitor. Okay. Probably not an ally. But we'll see how things go. So perhaps this should have been obvious, but the base level for a skill seems to be the characteristic it's based upon and then the modifiers. I mean, we are commerce all the way. That's what we said we were doing. But at least at this point, we're not totally incompetent with the ballistics. In fact, we might be more competent than... Well... Actually, no, we're tied with the primary weapon skill of Abelard. So either we're reasonably competent, or he's just bad too. One or the other. No reputation of any type yet. Alright. We gotta wander around and talk to people. That's the current. Rotating chair. Alright, where's Idris? I don't really want to start with little Miss Zeal over here. Who? Oh, space smoke. Issue. Hmm. Tattoo on scars. Yeah, you're going to be doing a good bit of reading starting with this episode if you followed along. One of these days I'll figure out why I emphasize certain words the way I do. Or maybe I won't. I'll just keep doing it indefinitely. I think I'm trying to emphasize the action words. All right, let's actually read this. Mac Cannon. I mean, our guy's not, like a completely cliche, evil, whatever. Like, he's greedy. He's not like full dark triad. Like, you don't want to just be space murder hobo. That's kind of boring. Walking inspectors. Oh, the inspectors are walking. They're not inspecting your walking. I was like, the Warhammer universe ain't that dystopian if they got ergonomics in OSHA, right? But that's not what it is. Rise ergonomics assessment. How you sitting over there? You using the back of your chair properly? Are your feet firmly planted on the floor? Are your knees bent at a 90-degree angle right now? If you're laying in a bed like me, you're exempt. You good. Yeah, that's the thing with the Warhammer universe, I suppose. The human resources are so overabundant that they're cheaper than anything else. Oh. Well, I mean, your lion survived. Hmm. Seems pretty standard casual working class guy. Just saying, if I was looking for any treachery, probably wouldn't be looking in his direction. Yeah, we just gonna wander around slowly and just take this room in a bit. Enjoy the level design. We're not going to talk to all the bridge officers. We're not that ridiculous. What's going on here? Oh, was I not supposed to see that? Explain yourself right this second.
Lord Captain? As you wish, Lord Captain. What would you like to know? I am a widower. I am a father of 4, and if my information is not outdated, a grandfather of 11. My family lives on Dargonus. None of my children express any eagerness or aptitude for serving aboard ship, and I would hardly have insisted that they follow in my footsteps. I used to be an officer in the Navis Imperialis. No, I used to be is not quite right. It was not simply a job. It was my calling, the essence of my life. I was proud to serve Lord Captain Theodora, but in my heart and mind, I'm still an officer of the Imperium. I met Lord Captain Theodora on a mission where the Imperial Navy was providing reinforcement to the rogue traders' army on one of the frontier worlds. Our acquaintance was not easy. Working with people outside the Navy hierarchy has never been my strong suit. It was to my great surprise then, that after the mission's completion, I received a referral to leave my service in the Navy and join the rogue traders' personal council.
Well, lucky for you, I am not outside the Navy hierarchy. Well, maybe I am now.
It was a difficult choice for me. But I saw in the offer a chance to serve the interests of humanity even more effectively than in the Navis Imperialis. You do not need me to tell you just how remarkable a person Lord Captain Theodora was. I recognized her at once as a true leader and formidable creative force. One who had built a protectorate amidst the dangers and wildness of the Expanse.
Yeah.
You could say there was no one among the naval command who was willing to impede the wishes of the rogue trader. To do so would be to risk their own position and their relationship with Theodora. The Lord Captain possessed certain contacts in the Imperial Navy. Contacts which she used to request help during the conflict on the border world. And which enabled her to make me an offer that resulted in my joining her retinue.
An offer you couldn't refuse.
The Navis Imperialis is an ancient institution with its own mandates and muster lists. On occasion, in the heat of an official briefing, or an informal discussion, I violated those rules, determined to press my point. It is challenging to choose the words to accurately express my opinion on a situation or the actions of others that do not sound overly scathing or confrontational. Many in command were inclined to view my manner of speaking as unbefitting a person of my rank.
Trust. So he argued with a little too much passion. Or he just had an anger problem if he didn't choose accurate wording. That's something to attempt to keep in mind. That's not the easiest of checks at this early stage in the game. So he didn't just get recruited, that the Navy was happy to push him out. Okay. I'm not sure I've really picked up on that. Point it's not easy. Just calling her remarkable. Well, I guess.
What? Lord Captain, any allegations of improper feelings or unsanctioned relations are utterly baseless and bordering on the insulting. Utterly baseless. Of course. A noble aspiration, Lord Captain. I am ready to acquaint you with all the particulars that interest you. In the first instance, you should treat official representatives of the Imperium with respect. The Expanse may be on the fringes, but it still numbers among the territories of the Golden Throne. The arrival of the Lord Inquisitor has turned the Coronis Expanse into a less wild and uncontrolled region, to the regret of some individuals who had grown inured to the local lawlessness. Rogue traders such as yourself are also servants of the Imperium. They have been accorded special rights and powers. They wield immense authority within their territory, and they enjoy absolute respect in other parts of the Expanse. The most powerful of them are Caligos Winterscale and Incendia Bastal Chorda. Tread carefully when dealing with either of them.
I wonder, there's something here where Winterscale does a bunch of cold damage to his soldiers, and Incendia does a lot of fire damage. The elementalism of those names is not lost on me.
If we are to speak of unclaimed territory, which is what Footfall is, among the scum that dwells on that handful of asteroids, there are 3 factions that wield considerable influence in the sector. The first is the Kazbala Commission, organized crime in its most primitive form. It holds sway over the Liege of Footfall and has links to rogue trader Winterscale. The second faction is an offshoot of our shining ecclesiarchy, followers of St. Drusus. They are actively building their forces and hold influence over rogue trader Chorda. And finally, the third faction, the Explorators, a wing of the Adeptus Mechanicus. They are willing to die and kill for the secrets of the ancient technological heresies that are hidden among the stars of the Coronis Expanse. This is a topic for an official briefing, not a casual conversation. But I will try to answer succinctly. And if you permit, in my own words. The Coronis Expanse is considerably removed from the heart of the Imperium. This means that local warp routes become useless within months. Established pathways are regularly subject to attacks from all kinds of rabble. And in the only major port, the Imperium's frigates find themselves moored alongside pirate vessels. Until recently, the Coronis Expanse could hardly have been called a region of the Imperium. The situation has changed with the arrival of the Lord Inquisitor, but not by much. This place operates under its own rules, you see. More radical, so to speak. But ones that allow for a non-standard approach where there is a promise of victory. The Coronis Expanse is considered rogue trader territory for a reason. Only rogue traders have sufficient military might, audacity, and the rights granted them by the warrant to survive the leap into the unexplored part of the Expanse, and in the event of a successful outcome, to hold on to whatever they manage to capture on the frontier.
So we playing like colonial governor, frontiersman, colonist type role. Okay.
You know, Lord Captain, I am no admirer of fine art. But when we next find ourselves in a civilized port, with time to spare, I will promptly find an artist and commission a portrait of the individual to whom you refer, with a hole between the eyes. Conrad Voigtveer. That he committed his treachery and escaped with his life was an unforgivable oversight. We both served Lord Captain Theodora for many years, and we never saw eye to eye. He was brash. He was never afraid of assuming responsibility, and he willingly took on difficult tasks. I am loath to admit it, but the Von Velatius Protectorate continues to reap the fruits of his labors to this day. His service always garnered my respect. But everything else about him made me want to wring the neck of that two-faced snake.
I mean, he does sound useful. Maybe we can get him back on board. I really doubt he's left the ship. Why would he? Good spy wants to be on site.
If you are taking comfort in the thought that we will hear no more of Conrad, prepare to be disappointed. You thwarted his plans, his meticulously plotted and nurtured treachery. He is sure to attempt to strike at you, and he will use his contacts and knowledge of the Protectorate to do so. The only question, Lord Captain, is whether you will be able to anticipate his next steps.
Protectorate. Why have I already forgotten what that's referencing? I don't know. Some
As you
generic
wish, Lord
concept.
Captain. Lord Captain.
Probably look at the map after we've talked to people. Okay, we got personal quarters. We're not going there right now either. Oh, my friend. Okay, retraining and mercenaries. And the Protectorate is just what we're doing. Okay. A little bit of smuggling. Huh. Hmm. we've heard about some of these already. Yeah, there's quite a lot of pirates and crime going on in this region. The Expanse. Which is where the entire game takes place. Hmm. We're probably going to be picking between some of these factions as we go on. Huh. Yeah, this guy's got the entitlement bug going strong. We gonna be close friends. We're not gonna find many friends on that mutant space station if we getting along with that way of approaching it. Maybe that isn't where we want to go first. Okay. Let's see. Bridge is bigger than I realized. To another compartment? Okay, cool. We can see where everybody is. So we did mix, or miss Idira. Thought it was Idris. I don't know what another compartment is, though. I mean, we're right here by the door. Let's just check. Shrine or chapel? Yeah, I don't really have any reason to go to either of those at the moment. I also don't know what the difference in function is between them. There you are.
Lyra, an outlying world in the Heathen Stars region. In the Coronis Expanse, the deeper you go, the less visible the Astronomicon gets, and the less people know about the Imperium. The arrival of a rogue trader is the best thing that can happen to a world like that. The very best. It's an out-of-the-way planetoid between two faint stars. On Lyra, a dozen local tyrants fight over 5 measly continents. But they use everything they can to win, from poison to psychers. I haven't been there in many years, but there's nothing for me to miss. Trust me. But here on the ship is a different story altogether. I saw more wonders in my first year serving Lady von Valancius than I'd seen in my whole life on Lyra. Like my first journey through the warp, I was in bed for 3 days. I felt like supernovas were exploding in my head. I only found out later that I'd gotten off easy. Just through the bulkhead, in the bay next to mine, a whole team turned into... Look at me rambling on, Lord Captain. Pay no attention. A few times. Not many. And if I think about it, why would I want to? I've got everything I need here. All the whispers I hear are familiar ones. They almost feel like family. And if I want to hear about the nightmares off the ship, I can. After some Amisec. But don't go getting the wrong idea. If I have to, I'll follow you to the edge of the galaxy. Oh, I embroidered wall hangings in honor of our national heroes. I did the same thing I do here, Lord Captain. Divining. Our rulers prized the ability to see into the future. Every psyker that could be found was worth a small fortune on Lyra. There's no such thing as a peaceful life on Lyra. People like me were especially sought after. They'd pick psychers up wherever they found them, buy kids off their parents, even just abduct them. Take me for instance. I got taken from my street gang. The older kids sold me when they noticed there was something off about me. The ruling dynasties had schools where they trained us and beat us black and blue. And then they packed us off to serve. Some of us held on for a long time, but others didn't last. Not everyone's as smart and talented as me, you know. Some people crossed the line and were out of commission before their time.
Not used to loyalty then. Good to know.
Theodora von Valancius paid a visit to the ruler I was serving at the time. I don't know what the visit was for, and it's no business of mine anyway. I can still remember the way the voices in my head changed when I looked at her. They were practically screaming. She had so much behind her, and plenty ahead of her too.
That sounds important.
And as I gawped at her, all of a sudden I heard a whisper. A hint, a suggestion, nothing more. But I know the difference between idle chatter and a real threat. I seized my chance and approached Theodora. I managed to whisper a couple of words in her ear before the wardens dragged me away. They beat me and locked me up. No wonder. It wasn't my place to converse with outsiders. And then, Theodora's people came for me. They broke down the wall, butchered the guards, all so I could tell them my warning in full. So I said the rest, but I didn't want to go back to my old life. And so I entered the service of the Von Valancius dynasty.
We want to be close to you so you can warn us of problems. As long as they're not ones of my own making, I'll be happy to listen.
Of course, Lord Captain. What are you talking about, Lord Captain? Lord Captain, there's nothing to worry about. I've been on this ship just short of 10 years. Would Lady Von Valancius have kept me on if she wasn't sure about me? I mean, yeah, sometimes stuff happens. Small stuff. Like when I hear things. Sometimes what I hear is so clear it becomes real to me. But even ordinary folks have bad days, don't they? None of the officers knew the Lord Captain well, not even Abelard, and she was always closer to him than anyone else. She told me from the off if I ever listened to anything in the warp about her without her permission, I'd be going out through the airlock. I'm not an idiot, so I never stuck my nose where it didn't belong. Only when I was asked.
How much does this warp anything that killed Theodora? How, now what's the way to say it? I think that she has a ongoing connection with that entity. I don't think this was all random. Why would the stuff in the warp be able to gossip about her, huh?
It's hard to wrap my head around the fact that she's gone. Lady Von Valancius gave me everything I have. She opened the stars to me and the paths between them. I still think I can hear her voice. Lord Captain, forgive me, but it would be like talking to a person born blind about colors. I could spend hours explaining, but it wouldn't make any sense to you. Every Psyker feels their connection with the warp in their own way. One person might see spots and shadows out of the corner of their eye. Another feels fingers running down their spine. As for me, I've got a door in my head. One that's open just a crack. There's no way to close it, no matter how hard I try. I've just had to get used to the whispers from the other side. When I need to use it for work, I listen in more closely. But I usually just try not to notice it. Well, if the door opens, that means somebody's planning to come in, right? But screw them. They're not coming through. Trust me. I know how to keep my valuable head locked up tight. Only Only losers who are afraid of their own gift lose control. Or idiots who never figure out what they are before it's too late. Or little kids who want to play around with their shiny new toy. If you don't know the limits of your abilities, or you're always bouncing around in your own head, that's a recipe for disaster. All right. That's what I'm here for, after all. So, I'm just going to lean on that door in my head a little more, prick up my ears, and listen to what the warp's got to say about you. If you'll allow it, I can listen right now.
Don't know that this is gonna go in our favor, but okay.
All right. Let's hear what they're whispering about you. Seek not on firm ground, but in a golden hall suspended in the void. There waits a child without kin, but with a name blind to truth. She draws the brush across the canvas and does not notice that her palette is full not of paint, but of blood. And with each smear, this well does not deplete, but fills and fills up to the brim. One thing is clear. When this vessel overflows, none will remain unstained.
So not firm ground means go to the space station. To look for someone without a family. And they'll have a distinct name that's hostile to the or the Imperium, maybe? She doesn't know the consequences of her own actions. Wait, she. Did they say she, or am I just putting that in there? Yes, they did. Okay. Interesting.
Among the blind men and false prophets, a red-robed sage seeks the answer to a question. He does not know that it is not the answer he must seek, but the question that will draw everything into focus. Will you help him, rogue trader? But mark that sometimes ignorance is sweeter than oblivion.
Red-robed could be the tech priests. And they replace their eyes with cybernetics? So they're blind, they're prophets. He seeks an answer he's not gonna like. Okay.
A chained hound chases after glimmers of the aurora, but sparks in the scent of oil confound his nose. A chain trails after him. What will happen if you pick it up? Will you become his master? Or merely another beast in the pack of his true lord?
We could get stuck doing someone's mission with them, or we could requisition them from the mission. And maybe he's in a garage. I don't know. A hangar bay. How about that?
The glow of dawn bursts forth from its prison. Dungeon walls cannot contain the dark essence wallowing in the dust. A naive cub pushes his nose into a familiar hand, one that holds death in twisted glass. Cherish it or cast it off as a burden. The sword of change has already been raised. What is one more life to it?
And that's the one that's condemning me for picking the heretical options. Because whatever that demon is keeps talking about the dawn and daybreak. Yeah. And it's saying we're being dumb. We're already helping the bad guy.
I'm sorry, Lord Captain. The voices are going wild. I can't make out a thing. I'll try to rein them in, somehow. But for now...
It kind of gave me an idea where I should go or go first. The prison had one. No, I need to scroll. The space station one was clear. There's this guy, but I don't know if he's on the planet or not. So we kind of know what's at the space station. And then the prison and the planet. Chained Hound, maybe that's prison. There's nothing obvious about that guy. This says prison, but I don't think that's what it's referring to. I think that's just the warp. I want to focus on one of these two. We're going to go to the prison or the planet first, assuming that I'm not just making up that that's a choice.
The little sister is afflicted with her own set of voices, ones that whisper to her about corruption and heresy. The silly girl doesn't realize that if she wants to find the source, she needs to start by looking in her own head.
Yeah, you're saying she's compensating for something.
Of course. Always at your service. Whenever you need me.
Okay. Did we not get the camera to follow the... Is there a way to have the camera follow as we run around? Yes. I bet I turned that off for some stupid reason. But it's on again now. Okay. But that's, like I said, age verification. I'm like, you doing CAPTCHAs over here on the main computer? Let's see what our quarters look like. It's time to take the old portrait off the wall, I think. It's our room now. Regicide. Oh, good, the chair's clean. Vault. I think we can keep hold of everything right now. Hey, I see stuff I can click on there. A what? Sure. What is this thing? Someone be spying. Give me that. Ooh, change appearance. Hey. Alright, we can change portrait and everything.
fit for the Fon Phalancius annals.
Engage the engines.
Unleash the storm of macro-cannons.
Behold the wrath of madness.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah, cool. Don't actually want to do that right now, but I appreciate that we can do it. And now the comments start about changing the lovely hair. I like the hair. I'm the heir to the Von whatever dynasty. Yeah, you portrait dude. We need new evolutions. I don't know if I want to do whatever that is. But I do want you to paint something. No. No bath for me. Kept open on the same page, okay. Got our rock collection. Got our crystal ball. Was there something I missed over here? Yes. Ah, that's what it is. Kickstarter people. Well, no shock I'm not on there. So link your account. That do. Oh. To Twitch, you get a whistle and handcuffs. Huh. I don't know, I'll look at that later. I'm not gonna interrupt the video. I have a Twitch account, but I don't use it. Yeah, back to talking to people indefinitely. Ooh. Generations of people who run this ship specifically. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. So you can listen in even when someone's not trying to broadcast. Alright, let's do this speech. Speech time. I'm sure that'll have a benefit somewhere. If I know Owlcat games, there is a crew morale being tracked somewhere. Maybe I can even see. Which let's not take the cannons off. That would have been a bad misclick. Cool. Oh, it's got its own level up. Huh. Persuasion skill. Oh. We're the least bad. I'm sure I'm going to get a tutorial for this somewhere in the near future. Now, you will do that. Think I'd rather do shield. Oh, no, there's no abilities for that yet. Alright. I do both. No, I thought not. And you would add abilities. Okay. Yeah, there's a ship combat we haven't seen yet. I think we've talked to... No, we haven't talked to everybody. Where was the helmsman? He was over here with you, right? There he is. Yeah, what do you know about the fight? Well, you're a Voidborn, actually. Let's focus on that first. I like a good revenge story. Do I want to say this? I think we might have a little something against the whiteboard. I don't know. We got that entitlement thing going on. This is kind of an entitled thing to say, though. Just a very probing compliment, maybe. Like one when they expect something in return for. Yeah. That is not a very authentic way to say something like that. Or at least it's not something you should appreciate it. Maybe it's authentic. Mm-mm. Hmm. No need to gossip at the moment. Alright, let's go follow that thing up before we forget about it. And then we haven't talked to that guy yet. Hmm. Yeah, my portrait. So we picked up a lead when we were in the private quarters. Alright, Master at Arms. Man, is everyone leaving the Navy to come to this ship? Does that mean I picked the boring origin? Hmm. Hey. Oh, okay. Well, treason's not coming from this direction either. in the Navy. Ah. No. Well, now treason might come from that direction. Oops. Considering I found something interesting in the room, should I be going and exploring the chapel, the other place? We don't. Don't have to catch everything.
Rogue trader. The ship was targeted by heretics, which means that my presence here and the assistance I provide to you are my sacred duty. Sooner or later, I will likely have to return to Footfall to protect its reliquary, but for now, I wish to remain a part of the Rogue Trader's crew.
Interesting. I wonder if that literally dismisses her, or if she'd be like, no. It's certainly not a compliment telling someone that you find them useful. Hey, what you looking at on this computer screen over here? I see what you doing.
I first came here when I found myself in need of passage from Footfall to a remote planet. But I imagine what interests you is not that first journey, but rather what brought me aboard prior to the cultist attack. That story is complicated. It just so happened that I made a mistake. In a moment of laxity, I was ambushed by the accursed followers of the archenemy. I was badly wounded. Lady Theodora came to my aid and brought me aboard her ship, where crew attended to me in my weakened state. It all happened not too long ago. I had barely recovered from my wounds when the cultists struck. Truly, the servants of evil know no rest. There is no place where we can be safe from their machinations. It happens even to the best of us. My mistakes are my burden to bear. I'll find a way to atone for them.
This has got to be more than just getting caught off guard. That's not necessarily something you'd have to atone for.
On one of the recently discovered planets in the Expanse, no one suspected that it had already been tainted by the filth of heresy. Had I known it beforehand, of course I would have been on my guard. I hadn't been here that long. Just one journey from Footfall, and the other journey, the majority of which I spent in the confines of the medbay. I can't tell you much about the first voyage. I was more focused on prayers and ruminations than on the people around me, or the journey itself. During the last journey, Seneschal Viserion stood out for me. He came by several times to ask about my health. He's an honorable man and a loyal servant of the Imperium. I think he is as meticulous in his inspections of the logistic systems as he is in his inquiries about the health of the occasional sister of battle aboard the ship. But not all of Theodora's people have earned my trust. You know who I'm talking about. There is no place for Adira Talas among the God Emperor's faithful. I'm surprised she wasn't in league with the cultists. And I'm equally surprised by how deep heresy and treason run in this place. I'm glad we all made it through that dark hour. May the day that follows be bright. Sadly, they did not. Lady Theodora was in a hurry and chose not to stay on the planet. Her people took me to a ship while I was unconscious, and when I came to my senses, we were already flying away. How I pray to come face to face with those heretics once more, and it's bound to happen someday.
I'm not. Probably what you're gonna request anyway.
As you wish. About me. I am the Emperor's daughter and his servant. What else is there to tell about me? Gladly. There are none more faithful to the God Emperor than my sisters. We fight against his enemies by the will of the Holy Ecclesiarchy. I beg your pardon, rogue trader. Here I am talking about what every lesser noble in the Imperium knows. So what exactly are you interested in hearing about? None that I'm aware of, but the Sisterhood's orders are many, and can operate independently of one another, sending their sisters wherever their presence is needed as deemed by the Ecclesiarchy. Perhaps somewhere in the Lord Inquisitor's retinue, may his path be blessed, my sisters perform their duty as we speak. I wish it were so. Even a single evening spent in joint prayer and training would bring me joy. Once I had completed my novitiate, I was sent to the Calixian branch of the Order of Our Martyred Lady, assigned to the Order's Pronatus. The Order's mission is vital and noble. The Sisters Pronatus protect great relics of the Imperium. We guard them, preserve them, escort them when they are brought onto the battlefield or presented for pilgrims to venerate.
Oh, you got access to treasures and wealth. Yeah, we could be friends.
And we seek out the relics that have been lost. Neither a coven of heretics, nor the most wicked death world can deter Sisters Pronatus when their goal is to return a piece of the great legacy of the Imperium into the hands of the faithful.
We can be friends, just long enough for me to run off with something. Okay.
Don't let the name deceive you. The Order's militant trains sisters to march onto the battlefield as an army. That does not make sisters who belong to the non-militant orders timid and helpless. Both the solace-bringing Sisters Hospitaller and the enlightened Sisters Dialogus know how to greet enemies of humanity. Their dialogue with heretics is usually quite short, with the last word being a bolter discharge. And my order has all the more reason to be known for the martial prowess of its sisters. We are the keepers of the Imperium's relics. What would become of our blessed hero's legacy if the Sisters Pronatus could not protect it? It is. The Sisters of Battle are a fire lit by the God Emperor. They are the echo of his voice that travels through the dark expanses of the universe. We bring his wrath to heretics, mutants, and other enemies of humanity. We protect the faithful from the unholy and unhallowed. Sometimes with words, more often than not with a bolter. Even the novices of the Adeptus Sororitas are drawn from among the most worthy. Those who have taken the vows and become a full-fledged sister are the best of the best, tested by trials of body and spirit. Yes, there have been cases when a sister stumbled or showed weakness. but do not expect to hear a story of depravity or downfall from me. Each such occurrence is a great tragedy for us all. Light cannot bear the smallest speck of darkness within. And thus those who have trespassed or shown weakness of spirit are given a chance at redemption. They are called Sisters Repentia, and may the enemy tremble before her, for nothing can stop a sister of battle who yearns to be cleansed of fault and weakness.
So they're even more zealous. Okay.
Wearing nothing but robes, no armor, eviscerator in hand, those sisters who have once faltered find repentance on the battlefield. Their lives are seldom long, but a death in the name of purgation is a better fate than to live with a shadow in one's soul. The Order sent me to Footfall. My undertaking was to assist the local priesthood of Drusians in caring for a sacred reliquary that had been there since the time of Parson Mr. Wayne, the station's founder.
Ooh. Sacred reliquary. Is there any way I can steal it through commerce? Is it a scam?
Should any more arise, keeping them to yourself would be imprudent. It is a virtue to take an interest in holiness.
What's the request? Is it go after the cultists that you mentioned?
I indeed have a request, Rogue Trader. The accursed servants of Chaos who assaulted this ship took the lives of your loyal crew members, and they orphaned many children, including the progeny of the brave officers who defended their posts until the bitter end. I don't know what customary practices there are for cases like this in Von Valancius territory, but in the world I'm familiar with, the children of such brave souls could expect to receive some special consideration. Perhaps the Rogue Trader could meet with the orphans?
Yeah, why?
These children are the future of your crew, and one day, they too will have to stand against evil and heresy as their parents did. By meeting them, by speaking the right words to them, you will honor the memory of the fallen heroes and light the way to heroes in the making. They will always remember the day they met the Rogue Trader. Besides, it will bolster the orphan's spirits, help them recover from their loss, which can be hard for someone so young.
You have appealed to our ego. We definitely want to encourage people to serve. Okay.
As you wish, Rogue Trader. Thank you for granting my request.
A lot of these orphans have white and gray hair. Maybe not a lot, but here for a speech. Oh, there's definitely some good lines in here. Give them treats and escort them to their homes. He was already prepared for this. This is what you requested, is it not? Why is that toolbox looking like a V8 engine over there? That might have been worse than not doing the speech at all. It's worse than an office pizza party. How did I do?
Greetings.
Who knows? Alright, we're how far into the video and we're finally ready to look at this map. Hour and a half. Excellent. That's how these games are. Scouring voids. Oh. I accidentally clicked. Fortunately, we moved in the direction that literally everything is. Cool portrait. Hmm. Another thing to solve. Hmm. I don't know that that's the priority. That's the prison planet. That's not the main planet. That's the one with the navigator. So what's this planet? We don't know. I think maybe we'll go to the prison first. Sure. Yeah, take everybody. Don't really know what we're expecting to encounter here.
The world will bow.
Places such as this make me think of snow. Pure and untainted by human squalor, under the frozen light of a star that illuminates everything, to the very depths of one's soul.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
A trap. Oh. You didn't bow. What? Wardens. Why do you even need a prison riot if the warden is siding with the prisoners? Isn't that like the most that the prisoners could be asking for? At least within the prison. Huh. What's the point of destroying your own prison if you think you're going to be independent? Oh, that gets too close to real world politics. Don't destroy your own neighborhood if you're gonna do some. Oh, the order I'm doing things is important. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, good point. What strategically changed where an independent prison on an asteroid is self-sufficient enough? Hey, what's that symbol? Hmm. Yeah. So that's who set the traps. Hmm. Yes, there is. Fortunately, the disarm is not next to the traps, even if I somehow could screw up. 100%.
The Emperor favors me today.
I tread a path unexplored.
Well, we're hearing something's going on, so here we shall remain. Now we know that the order we approach things does matter. Would that have changed whether we come here first? I don't know. I don't know anything yet. Next question is, are they necessarily hostile?
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Hey, your virtuousness. How are you doing?
I was born to wage war against darkness. I am always doing wonderfully when danger is near. Turn all to decay. Pay attention. Duty prevails. The burden of failure is the most terrible punishment.
We are the spearhead of the Imperial.
Join me in prayer.
Alright, well, at least you have.
Blessed be the hand of the healer.
We need to make sure you have medkit. What? I'm confused, but okay.
That is not the Emperor's will.
Intriguing.
Okay. They were already treating them well here before they rebelled. So the Warden's supposed change of heart is not new. Or at least somebody was eating well.
Embrace true power.
The prison might even be an upgrade over working on the planet, huh? So the Warden is unusually kind.
The world will bow.
They don't have the resources that with everybody.
Your struggles are in vain.
The monsters demand your death.
Oh. I don't even have that key. I'm just using a mouse. Alright, so they are hostile by default. What's the thing with our guy that he has to be close to people because something? No, it's resolve. Oh, and you want to be close to 3 people. Well, you are at the moment. Unfortunately, it'd be a waste to use that now. Might kind of just bunch up over here. Oh, we can give turns twice.
Descend upon the weak.
I'm not so sure.
Ooh. I don't think we want to do anything else. Grenadier. What?
I'm in range.
I bring ruin.
I should have checked who was attacking.
My prescience has failed me.
Just a minor setback.
I think we lost this fight.
Guides me.
Such is the will of chaos.
There's no way to get him back up. Okay.
Let's get to it.
Time to redouble our efforts.
I'm in trouble.
Abelard.
Let's not waste time.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
So they can throw things through there. Good to know. Not sure that positioning's any better.
If your struggle amuses me.
All of you will bleed.
No. Oh, okay.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Out of my way!
That's nothing worse.
Can I fall back now?
Show me what you've got.
Oh no.
My purpose empowers me
What?
to prevail.
That much damage.
Doubt is for the weak. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Oh.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. Each strike is a prayer.
Oh,
Death to the weak!
it's still going bad.
Protect the fallen.
Powers!
Extremely bad.
Crush the feeble.
Alright. The game's not playing around anymore.
Ah, field medicine at its finest. It will be done.
No.
Reduced to dust.
They who discern the future own the battlefield. Ah! Will do. Be gone.
This doesn't feel that it's going well.
Death to non-believers!
Yeah, no such luck that he only had one grenade.
I should have foretold
Time
that.
to slaughter someone.
Chaos guides me.
Are we? No, we're not under leveled, right? Like,
At your beck and call. It will be done.
You will hit yourself doing that.
On it. But of course. Will do.
No. How many grenades do you have?
Scared yet?
Lost in our ranks.
Yeah, we lost.
Brace yourself, Abelard. I will do my duty. I took care of this one. Victory is imminent.
No, I don't think it is, actually. No imminent victories.
Suffered worse.
Yeah, maggot.
I'll be back in no time.
Hmm. Hmm. What's the plan?
I tread a path unexplored.
Maybe not moving all as one?
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step.
Did I mention that my whispers tell me jokes?
There is a fervor in my soul.
The Emperor sets my path. What deeds await us?
Your seneschal is always there for you. The sooner we start.
Try that.
Your existence is naught but ashes.
Your Emperor won't save you.
I mean, we were told that we would be ambushed in here, so... We should act on the information we're given.
Out of my way!
Just a minor setback.
Death to the weak!
That's bad.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
I serve the ruinous powers!
How do we get close enough to do that? I'm not sure that that's the problem. Yeah, he can't act. He's prone. Okay. Well, why can't I select her?
Ravage and conquer.
Oh no, I didn't want to move over there. Dope.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
That feels dumb. I feel very underleveled. If we go there, we're just gonna get grenaded.
I'll do it.
Yeah, it's like this isn't helpful.
Doubt is for the weak.
And if we do hit them, it doesn't do much.
Sow the seeds of discord.
Yeah,
Ruin bands.
at least it did something.
One step closer.
I serve the ruinous powers.
I'll revert to more conservative tactics.
Might have to rage quit for the day.
By the manner of their death, we shall know them.
Yeah. I might have to go watch a combat tutorial.
Anything else?
Alright, let's see if we can get that guy down.
Will do. Farewell.
Then we might have a chance.
I am your doom.
Rejoice in battle!
Still not a good shot.
Faith without deeds can escape the Emperor's judgment.
At least we got one of them.
Death to non-believers!
At least he didn't throw anything this turn. That's a problem.
Chaos guides me!
Yeah, bunch up. Maybe I can do some with that. Yeah.
Purpose guides me.
Injuries will not slow me.
Okay.
Through chaos I stride. Death shall reign. I will triumph.
It's not over yet. Ah.
I shall repay your strike, shan't I?
Anything else?
Alright.
No can do. What is this foreboding? Be gone.
I have to get that one. Ah. Unfortunate.
God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart! I'll do it. Strike is a prayer.
Okay, don't know how far they can move, but
As the Emperor commands, I act.
still have an opportunity to win.
Out of my way!
Oh.
Stop mocking me.
He needs to go down immediately.
Ruin beckons.
You can do it.
Purpose guides me.
Was
Oh
that
no.
you? Or
No, that's not good. We got nothing else.
Descend upon the weak.
Uh,
I feel cold. Anything else?
I think we're gonna have another knockdown. We're doing what we can do.
But of course. We'll do. What an unfortunate turn of fate.
We can distract him. It's not a good chance to hit.
Guided by faith. Doubt is for the weak.
Death to the weak.
I already used that. That's unfortunate.
This is beneath me. I will triumph.
Can't even see the guy. Does that mean we can't do anything?
Purpose guides me.
Blessed are those who sacrifice for the Imperium.
No. I mean, you don't have a melee weapon. So you just like pin him here?
Faith without deeds is worthless.
He has a melee weapon. Oh, no he doesn't. It was just a grenade.
Amidst the carnage, I find purpose.
What?
I'll do it. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
Walking gun. Ow.
I won't waste my time on that.
Why can't I? I don't want to get too close if he's got those grenades.
The ruin beckons.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
You have such bad aim.
I will.
Dare you strike at the Emperor's faithful?
I'm good at friendly fire.
Doubt is for the...
We won. Very messy win. Huh. That's really bad. Do not consume the grenade, please. Hmm. We need to go to the inventory and
Intriguing.
take this all together. Let's read this first. Hmm. No, so the warden basically just made guards out of best prisoners. That's the game.
That wasn't so difficult.
Embrace true power.
The future you see could be the whispers of the archenemy. How can you trust your visions, Adira?
I don't think that's the question you wanted to ask. What you wanted to ask was, how can others bring themselves to trust a despicable psyker like me? Face it, sister. Not everybody's as pig-headed as you are.
What was the loot that I forgot?
My aspirations transcend humanity.
Did we already look at that? Maybe we didn't pick it up. Yeah. Okay. Chain sword's actually kind of bad. A shank is that much better. I like that better. Are you able to have two weapons? Is there any disadvantage to that? Probably. I want to wear that. Oh, we don't have a way to make that invisible, huh? No. Ugly. Where does the mesh one look? That's acceptable. We can have the grenades. Like, give her the shot. I don't know that we'll ever remember we have multiple weapon sets, but we do. We need to find more. Or just alternatively. Make sure you have that. Hopefully that's like the one ambush for this area.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
We not doing so good.
Failure stings. Triumphant, as always.
As always. Yeah. Another one.
Predictable.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, okay. Thank you? This is the higher ups room. They get pads on their beds. Hmm. That's where he was shuffling away the other employees. So the warden would be the only one with actual authority, huh? And the prisoners are extra cruel. What do I get? Hmm. Can tell us. You have made an acceptable offer. Did not predict that happening, but they did. So you get to live. Hmm. Yeah, we need to keep our word here. Will it come back to bite us? Will it come back to reward us? Who knows? But they did what they promised. And now we're gonna blow up in the bathroom. I don't know why. Oh.
The world will
We should
bow.
deal with this.
Yeah, deal with this desk. It's too clean. Mhm. Hmm. Yeah, that sounds better than the lightning. Okay. Shotgun pistol. The actual shotguns still matter. I guess we can have it. Why not? And you're welcome to have a grenade too.
I'm not interested.
Put it on. You don't get to say no. There's stuff we have missed.
Let's seize the opportunity. Ruinous favor prevails.
Ah. How did we miss this? And that. What was going on in here?
The premonition runs true.
Oh, okay. Hmm. Mm-mm.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Go in that way. It seems sneakier. Oh, hey, what did we miss? In here? Just those dudes. And we are 2.5 hours in. I should be thinking soon.
I tread a path unexplored.
But going back to the ship to heal would be a real problem. Oh look, it didn't matter what door we took. Hey, get back over here. Yeah, there's more combat that's gonna be happening. Oh. Okay, we can go back to the ship to heal. You're here, not dead, so that's fine.
Intriguing.
Thought he'd probably be held hostage somewhere. I'm definitely testing my theory here. Bridge. That button was kind of hard to see. There. It didn't seem like there was a dedicated rest button, right? Didn't really look too hard for it.
The world will bow.
Cool, we didn't lose anything. So there's not like a timer. I think it's just the order that we go to locations and do quests in. Why would I be asking him about that specifically? Yeah, we can be straightforward. Hmm. Everyone's out of their mind. So that hasn't changed. Hmm. Yeah, I think we care about friendships, not just out for our own personal greed. Bring a few people along with us. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go with him. But we'll go after him. That happened down there. I don't know if those are fresh bodies. Yeah, those are his guards. Those are fresh.
Let's seize the opportunity.
Oh, look, it's the warden. And he's gonna be on that table. Okay.
Triumphant, as always.
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
Hmm.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Bombs. Hopefully those don't take much resource to throw.
I tread a path unexplored.
Probably better to come in from this angle. There's no sneaking in this game. Let's see. Think we'll be able to get up there. How scary are these guys? Don't know.
Embrace true power.
Alright. Hello? Where is he, though? How come I don't see him? It's bugged. What? Don't I get to ask other questions now?
The absurdity of your struggle amuses me.
The Masters demand your death!
I might start this next episode. Yeah, so maybe that guy won't be invisible. Alright, take care, everyone. Goodbye.